Before we get into today's episode, I'm hosting a huge national RE conference in Denver, and I'd like to invite you to come. I don't talk about this event enough on the podcast, but there's going to be over 300 people at this event, flying in speakers from 3 different countries. You're going to want to be at this event. We've got Note Person talking about notes. They're an expert in note investing. And what you'll do is you may be in single family right now, or you may not have done a deal. And maybe you are in notes, but I've got a note person. I've got a multifamily person, somebody doing assisted living. Actually, I've got a friend who does assisted living. They're making over $100,000 net per month. So regardless of what you're doing or what you think you should do, or if you haven't done anything yet, you need to be at this event. There is a ticket for the VIP. So these VIP tickets are $229, which is just phenomenal. If I made it even $1 less, I'd be losing money on these tickets because this is valuable. We're thousands. The reason I say that is because we have a VIP mastermind dinner with all of the 8 expert presenters. So after the event, we're going to get together and you'll be able to pick the brains of all of these expert panelists. We also get, as a VIP ticket holder, you get a VIP cocktail mixer and free cocktails, free lunch, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There is general admission as well for $59, and the lunch is free. Either way, however you do it, when you come, you're going to meet with 300 investors. This event is going to be phenomenal. It is on September 22nd, so it's coming right up. Make sure you get and take care of buying your tickets now. By the way, there is a special discount by getting these general admission tickets. Right now, just from the podcast, you get 60% off. Just go in the show notes and click the link. I'll see you there. Before we get into today's episode, I want to remind you that BlueSpruce Capital is lending on 1 to 4 unit fix and flips in multiple states. Contact BlueSpruce Capital by going to the show notes.
It's time for the Creative Real Estate Podcast, your source for out-of-the-box real estate investing strategies, brought to you by realbluespruce.com.
Welcome back to the Creative Real Estate Podcast. I am your host, Adam Adams, your win-win maker, here to help you solve the problem so you can get into multifamily creatively. All right, so actually today is a short episode, but a very important episode. We are talking about building your team. And this part of the team that I want to talk about today specifically is an advisory board. This is a part of the team that most syndicators are missing. You cannot miss having an advisory board. You've got to have an advisory board. I don't know why no one else is teaching this, but when you have your website all put up and all looking great, and somebody wants to invest in your company and they log on and they see somebody incredible on your advisory board, maybe an attorney that they know, like, and trust, maybe a podcaster that they know, like, and trust. That's a hint. Maybe, sorry. All right, maybe it is a CPA that they know, like, and trust. Maybe it is somebody that has done tons and tons of multifamily. They're famous in the space. They're speaking all over the country. Whatever it is, you've got to have an advisory board. This is very, very important. All right, so I definitely want to help you out with knowing a little bit more of what the advisory board is. We'll get right into it, but I do have a quick message. Here we go. As a fix and flipper, you need to save money wherever you can to make sure you stay under budget. Well, something I haven't mentioned enough is that I have a company that can fund your fix and flips for a lot less than your current hard money lender. Find out more by looking in today's show notes.
Adam Adams has one of the most active meetup groups in the world. I've personally been to one of his meetups, and Adam packed that house with over 80 investors at lunch and another 60 on the waiting list. Find out the exact 6 things he did to create one of the top meetups on the planet by texting the word meetup to 555-888. Text meetup to 555-888.
Okay, I'm back. So building your advisory board is very, very important. And we're going to talk about a few different points of how to build the advisory board. But number one is how you ask somebody to be on the advisory board. What you'll want to do is the first person you ask, you might want to, because you're already going to need to build some credibility. So if you have the credibility already and people are already dying to be on your advisory board, perfect. You've already won. You might not even have to listen to this podcast. Just go build your advisory board. But if you're not sure that you know who to ask and you're not sure if they're going to say yes, what you can do is you can start here by reaching out to somebody with the end in mind. This is the important part. This is the part where I think people are failing. And this is why they don't actually get to the result, is because they don't have an advisory board. They don't know how to ask. They don't have the credibility, and they don't have somebody to use as their credibility. And this is where a vision comes into place. So you have to have a vision. And what that vision means is who's on your advisory board. So what you want to do, get this. This is very important. Start out by going to whomever you are going to go to. So let's just say it's an attorney. What you'll already have in mind is the podcaster, the multifamily person, the CPA, whatever, all of these people. You'll already want to have the best ones in your head. It doesn't matter if they've said yes or not. And you're not lying and saying that this person's on my advisory board. What you're doing is you're going up to that attorney. You're saying, Mr. or Mrs. Attorney, I have recently decided that I am going to focus 100% on multifamily investing. And in doing so, I need to build a credible advisory board. Here are the 5 people I've thought about reaching out to bring them onto the board. So that's your first thing. Here's the 5 people that I'm thinking about reaching out to. That's all you got to say. So that attorney, you're going to want to name drop some people, even though you haven't talked to them, even though they haven't said yes yet. That's okay. All right. So get that out of your mind. It's not a stressful thing anymore. Just say, Mr. or Miss Attorney, I need to build an advisory board because I'm focused 100% on multifamily, and I want to work with somebody like you. And as I grow and I build, I want to bring value to you. These are the 5 people that have decided to put onto my advisory board. I am reaching out to you first, and I want to make sure that this could be a win-win. Now, that person on the advisory board, that person that you're reaching out to, has a question in their mind. What do you think it is? What do you think they're asking themselves right now? They want to know what it entails to be on your advisory board. So start to answer that question. It's perfect timing for it. So you've basically told them the 5 people you want to have. You basically told them what it's going to do for you. You basically told them what it's going to do for them. Now they're asking themselves, well, I don't know if I can commit to this because I don't know what it entails. So answer their question before they ask it. Answer their question. You know they're thinking it because we already went over this here today in the podcast. So respond and give them the answers and the verbiage of what they are going to do. So it can be anything that you want it to be. It's your advisory board. They can, if you want, they can just be on the board. If that's all you want them to do, they can just be on the board, which is just having a photo on the website. Or you can say, what I do is I take my advisory board out for lunch or for dinner or for coffee, or we just sit at a boardroom. Your expenses, it doesn't matter how much money you want to put to this, you can find a way to get together. So you say, hey, you know what? This is my plan. I want to meet quarterly, and every quarter, I just want to buy you a nice dinner. And we all kind of pick each other's brain, and now you have to sell this part. And these other amazing people, will be with you, and we can all see what we're all doing, and it'll be a great networking event anyway. Say that. It'll be a great networking event anyway, and dinner's on me. Again, it doesn't matter if it's dinner or lunch or coffee or just a regular meeting, but this is what my company is doing, and so I'm using those exact examples with you. All right, now you've got one person who most likely said yes because you began with the end in mind. You already knew who else you were going to have, and you name dropped them even though they hadn't said yes yet. Now you go to the next person and you say, Mr. or Miss CPA, I have an advisory board. I'm 100% on multifamily, and I want to have the credibility that it takes to show up on my website. I want to reach out to amazing people like you. These are the people that I'm reaching out to for my advisory board. It's only 5 people, or it's only 6 people, whatever you say. It's 4, it's 3, it doesn't matter. You got to have a couple. All right. So now you say, these are the people that I'm reaching out to. Yesterday or earlier today, I reached out to this attorney. They're on board. I'm really excited. And now you got to answer the question, what is it going to take? So you do the same thing you did with the attorney. Now you're with the CPA, and you'll keep doing that with the multifamily people, and you can, as you go on and on and on and on, you just add value to them. All right. So I hope that helps build your team. There's a team of all sorts of people that you could have on your team with you. And one of the most important ones that gets missed is your advisory board. I hope this helps. And until next time, my friend, think outside the box. If you love this content, please leave a review and share this podcast with your friends. As a reminder, any investment opportunities mentioned on this show are for accredited investors only. I'm ready to have that conversation with you. It's pretty easy to set up. There's a link to my online calendar available for you in the show notes. Scroll down now and pick a time on there that works best for both of us. Until next time, think outside the box.